godly people. I know I've been gone for a while, but I pray that y'all been good. Y'all been staying, of course, consistent, and y'all overall have just been evolving as humans like we're supposed to be. Now, I'm not about to get into what I've been doing pretty much, but I want to just make y'all a lot more aware of what's going on in the world and how you can really become the version that you want to be right now. So the first thing is that we are the creators, okay? Anytime you've ever felt like you're bored or you don't want to do something and you have the urge to still do something that makes you, of course, evolve, rather that's going to the gym, rather that's reading, rather that's doing something that, of course, helps you progress in life. That's because that's the creator mode that is in play. And that's pretty much in every moment. Little do you know, our minds just want to go towards the comfortness because that's what we know. That's what we are pretty much raised to be, comfortable, right? We have to have an approval in school. You gotta raise our hands to go to the bathroom. We need other people's approval. That's not what it is. That ain't what it is. So, the universe never stopped creation. You just never started to really tap into it to a point where you are listening. A lot of us are acting like we know certain things, but at the same time, a certain event can happen and we revert back to a comfortable feeling. What you need to do is acknowledge every feeling that you have. Rather that's when a Lambo passes me, because I personally don't have one, I get a feeling. I get a feeling in my body and I sit there and I acknowledge it of why do I feel like this? Right? You will feel like this only because you don't have it. And little do you know, there's a version of you that has it. And because you put yourself in this, oh, I can't wait to have this, or I want this, you don't put yourself in the present moment. You look towards something which is making it walk away, run away towards you. You're reaching for it and it's going further and further away from you. Okay? So every time you feel yourself wanting an outcome, know that outcome is kind of like a strong desire, right? And you say that, and we've been raised to say struggle, right? We gotta struggle, we gotta go through pain. But what if you don't have to go through pain? You don't have to go through struggle. It's really the mindset that you haven't even tapped into because of how you were raised, okay? And there's several other frequencies that will help you be aligned with who you really want to be. So if you feel stuck and you live in this frequency of I need to struggle to strive, what struggle is doing, it's staying in your life because yes, you may be consistent, but you may be consistent still with anxiety, still with doubt, still with a minimal self-belief. You get what I'm saying? Follow me. You don't live in the world. The world lives in you. So anytime you feel yourself going outside to have a feeling, which is posting, which is just seeking approval from somebody, you'll notice it. You'll feel that what's that dopamine hit. But it's not really even about that, bro. It's about you understanding that every creation in your world comes from you. So a lot of people respond to a frequency and realities, but the frequency of reality is the real code. So it's just a matrix of responses pretty much. And we are pretty much taught this from our childhood. So when we throw off our own comfort, which is, again, being consistent, doing things we don't want to do. It's 5:50 a.m. right now. Guarantee you, 2-3 days ago, I did not want to make this video. Being honest. But what emerges is the rhythm. The rhythm emerges into your reality, right? So if I were to do this for a week straight, I would have so many thoughts in my mind as I am getting up, washing my face, brushing my teeth, and turning on the camera, right? And even when during the day I'm jotting notes down to create a video so that I can have my thoughts together all written down so that I can have a good quality video, it's possible that I wouldn't want to do it. Why? Because that's not what my rhythm is. The rhythm is created when you decide that you are the creator. You understand that you are the creator. So a lot of people end up waiting for evidence for the abundance. Oh, when I get this, then I'll do this. When I start working out or when I get a six-pack, then I'll start taking pictures. It's like, no, bro. People really don't show that bad side of their self. And it's not even a bad side. It'll be just the in the making. But when you become that version already, you can feel it. And other people can feel it as well. So it's not even about doing more. It's not because you did more. It's because you returned to your real version, the belief. Because everybody always wants you to be like, oh, I need this, I want more. That's not bad. You want better for yourself, okay? But a lot of people don't understand that we're already free, bro. We're free. There are millionaires that never wanted the certain things that you want. But I can say that they stuck with it for a certain amount of time, only because they weren't for the outcome. They wanted to do the work. They loved the work. So when you think about the most powerful shift, the shift creates the result. It's not the other way around. So another thing is that struggle feels familiar. A lot of people think that we're supposed to struggle. And the ego of ourselves, it relies, it thrives on resistance. So anytime that you go through a breakthrough, it's like a box. It's like, okay, boom, you gave him this, put him in another box. Let's see how he goes through this, right? The identity is becoming discomforting, which is why anytime the Lambo passes me, I'm like, damn, I gotta get on my shit. That'll pass. Damn, I gotta get on my shit. That'll pass again. I see another good car. Damn, I gotta get on my shit. And then it's like I get home, I'm not seeing anything. It's like I gotta have a good workspace to know that my goal is, of course, to get that Lambo. It's to thrive. It's to help people understand that we have everything already. Everything is ours, but also we leave with nothing but our inner self, our souls. So you're building your soul while you are on earth. Now, it's those gaps of the wanting, where you are versus where you want to be. And I just explained this, but I want you to understand that in between that gap is what is fucking you up, because you'll leave the power of the now. And the shift is in, though the shift happens in the having, not in the wants. So when you possess this and you embody this having feeling, that's where the shift begins. That's why people say, oh, you gotta be delusional. It's kind of like that, but I don't like the word delusional. It's just being the person you want to be, bro. You're taking the actions. So when you're taking the actions of being that very high version of yourself, what are you actually doing? You have to be very strategic on what you're doing. A lot of people still drink. A lot of people still smoke. A lot of people still play the games, bro. But I guarantee you can prioritize that. You can do so many tasks throughout the day, because why? You're the creator. You create your own life. Who says that you have to stop doing what you're doing? Nobody. But you can sacrifice. A little bit of sacrifice won't hurt. But I guarantee you, a lot of the people that you probably watch say you need to do this, you need to sacrifice, you need to struggle a little bit. But when they're telling you this, they don't tell you the mindset that they were going through. They were actually believing in having that lifestyle already before they had it. So anytime that you felt like that, I want this, I want that, you already have it. So stop wanting. Say something totally different, because the words you say are very powerful, bro. A lot of people believe that, oh man, gotta go to work, bro. Oh man, it's so many examples, but it's just to a point where you gotta just see the signs. And when you start to see the signs within yourself, you'll start to understand that, okay, this is why this is happening. This is a sign. So, pushing life back may seem like it's running away from you. And when that happens, pay attention to signs. The signs can be birds. The signs can be a certain experience. Somebody cut you off in traffic. This is your time to either flip them off, honk your horn, cause yourself to rage bait. They done rage baited you. Or you about to just be like, all right, I understand. I get why they did that. This is to build my peace. I'm at peace right now. So, I want you all to always know that throughout your life, it's not even about what you want. It's about being aligned, seeing the signs, and already embodying that version that you always want to be. See what I said? That you want to be. It's the person that you are. You want to be a person. You can study a person and be that person. at a snap of a finger. I'm a millionaire right now. At the snap of a finger, at a simple sentence. And what I have actually practiced, I just want, again, I just love helping people out, bro. I love helping y'all. And I know I ain't been on here for a little minute, but again, what I practiced for a week. I only did this for a week, and I just noticed how I started to feel and what events started to happen. What happened was I wrote my desires that I want, okay? And how I wrote it on a sheet of paper, I wrote it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night. And an example is, I do not want to make $50,000 a month because I already do. I wrote that 3 times, 6 times, and then 9 times. One morning, one afternoon, one night. And as I kept saying this, as I kept writing this, I'm writing it. I did use my phone. I did write it in my notes a couple times, but that was only at nighttime. I was putting my kids to sleep. I didn't want to fall asleep with them without writing it down. So what you're doing is you're saying you don't want that, pretty much, because you already have it. You already make, instead of 50,000, you make 100,000 already. Why would you want to make 50,000 and you're already making more? You see what I'm getting at? So the reason that I started to create this is because I don't want anything. I don't want it. Because everything that is for me is going to come to me from the person I am embodying, from my aura, from my frequency I am being under. And as you are going through your days, bro, and going through the day, analyze your feelings, because the way you feel, the way you think, all aligns together. And why I stopped is because I noticed that I started to get a little bit off track with my thoughts, with my beliefs. I would think of something, and then I would be like, oh, nah, this won't work because I gotta struggle. It's not about that, bro. It's not about struggling, because a lot of people think that you're supposed to struggle. That is not it. You claim it as struggle, but it's really a gap in your life that you're not actually understanding the signs of, so you just call it struggle. And what life does, it makes you struggle more because you're struggling. You're claiming you're struggling, so it's giving you more of struggling. I gotta go through so much struggle to get to where I gotta get to. I know I'm gonna get there though. You're there already, boy. So, boy, my guy, okay? Yeah, any women that's watching, look, understand that you are that version, okay? And I just want to get a little deeper, a little bit deeper. So don't tell everybody everything, okay? Because you may not know who's actually weaponized to go against you. And what I mean by is, you don't know. That's why you don't speak it. You don't speak upon it, all right? Never speak upon it, because I was watching I forgot his name, but I was watching a video and he was saying that it's pretty much people that are watching you, that the lower frequency wants you to, that wants to watch you, right? And the fact that they're watching you is the fact that why you're not saying it out loud. So when you're speaking about your goals, speaking about what you're going to do next year, saying all of this good stuff, it's like, oh, okay, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. I'm going to make sure I send all the frequencies your way so that you don't do that. So that I make sure that you're thrown off track because you still believe that you're supposed to struggle. It's not about that, bro. It's not about that. The fact that we know that this lower frequency called demons is not real. They put that word to scare people, which is why people watch scary movies. People believe that some other things outside of our entity, God, Jesus, the devil, is so much of a higher power. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. But demons, bro, fuck being scared, bro. Honestly. Fuck being scared. If you're scared, throw that shit away. Because that shit is so much of a make-believe in your mind that it can actually come to life. So anytime that you feel that a lower or a higher frequency is with you, it is. So the fact that you'll understand that some signs are for you to see, right? You can see something and then it'll be wiped off the social media and then you'll be like, bro, no, I saw that. Bro, no. It was like, you were meant to see that, bro. You were meant to see that. Another example, it kind of just went over my mind, but you can go through a specific experience and want to tell people, but it may not seem real, right? Why do you think that? Because the other person is not aligned with that state of mind, okay? A lot of people who understand the signals of life, the signs of life, understand that they don't need to actually see it, because all of this, all around us, is frequency. It's frequency. You walk into a room, people can feel your frequency, bro. They'll have this urge to want to talk to you. Why? Because you carry yourself at a higher standpoint of life. People love being around those people. They love it. They love being around those millionaires. Even with the mindset, you walk in with that millionaire aura, guarantee you're getting eyes looked at you. But stay in your lane, my brother. Stay focused. Because you never know who's out to really come and get you. And not physically. It's in the mind, right? Someone can do a random outburst. I had this happen. I'm at the gym. A dude asked me, what kind of workouts do I do? What's my workout split? I'm telling him. Some guy walks past. He just started making gun sounds. Like, bah, bah, bah. And then it's another old man, and then we all turn like, what the fuck? And then he's walking past. And then he was mumbling some shit under his breath. But after that day, I never seen him again. It's like certain things are meant for you to see signs of. That was sent to me to understand that I'm trying to get thrown off. Something is trying to throw me off because it didn't like the frequency of me being that higher version. And I can admit, I fell off of that higher version, but I'm back on it. We not falling off, y'all. We back on our shit. Okay? So I just want everybody to really analyze the outcome, analyze it, and detach from it all the way, bro. You do not want that outcome because you already have it. You already have something better. Why would you want 10,000 a month? You already make 30,000 a month, right? Oh, yes, I'll make 30,000 a month. No, you don't. No. Say, I do not want this. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was just in this whole just straight 7 days of just writing it down, what ended up happening, I started to just get more and more thoughts, and then I just found myself on the phone talking to people, meeting people, and it was the frequency of that, right? Everything I came in contact with, everything that I ended up doing was that the higher version of me not wanting that $50,000 a month because I already make more. I mean, people are here to throw you off sometimes. Frequencies are here to throw you off. And anytime you get a spam call when something is going on, bro, that's a sign, bro. That's the frequency not wanting you to fucking get more. Not wanting you to evolve. Okay? I was on this dude's live asking him what's his workout split. Real famous dude on social media. He actually responded. You know how many people it is. I mean, I don't see nothing to it, but the fact that he just, of course, chose me to respond to, I know something, right? I just asked him a simple question, and he started to answer it, and what happened? I got a spam call. They didn't want me to know what he said. They didn't want me to know. But I heard the first little couple words that he said before the spam call came. So I went to his page, and I was able to get the information. I'm telling you, there's so many signs that don't want you to know what you actually are capable of because you're the creator. You don't know, bro. You know, actually. You know. You know because you're the creator. Okay? So stay creative. Stay in that artistic mindset. And I want to challenge you to just create something. Create it. Rather that's once a week, rather that's every day. I want you to become the creator of doing everything of your liking. Just start creating. Stop being bored, because that's where they thrive at. Those people are long gone. The people that say that they're just bored. They're long gone, but they can come back because all they have to do is understand that they're the creator. So the signs are here. This video is a sign for you to be that higher version, be that creator, because you already have everything that you want. So stop wanting and already have. I love y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all keep evolving. Stay consistent. And most important, keep creating. Peace.